Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the desert. Not the usual intro that we have, but I just really wanted to show you this, guys. Are you ready? Take a look at this woman. Are you ready, guys? Bam. Am I right? Am I right, fellas? Please like and subscribe for the pop cultural references. But let's get to see what got this woman into this mood.
I was in the smoking area last night and my friend goes to me, I feel like creepy because I like the look of someone. Like, he didn't even try to talk to her. He just felt like a creep for even wanting to. And I think this big age of like anti-men, but not all men, and this like, it's embarrassing to have a boyfriend vogue. The men can see it, you know. Like, as someone that sometimes dates men, I do not want it.
My hill. So, very surprisingly, guys, the person who looks like a mosaic is not hetero. No, no, I've said no homo on the channel, right? But this woman dares to be bi or pan or whatever. Just hits on everything, right? Not just the men, but the women and the children too. And you also won't be surprised to find out she has a body count in the quadruple digits, guys. But nonetheless, let's keep listening.
To get to a point where men are afraid, the good ones, my friend's a good one, men are afraid to even speak to you. Like, can't we just make an agreement as femmes, as women? Like, sometimes men will talk to us, because what else do we expect? Like, because if you stop all of them, like stopping the bad ones, true, yeah, great, good, but you're also stopping the good ones, and then where do we go? Do we have to talk to them? Because I'm not doing that. I'm not chasing a man. I like, come to me, I'll make the decision. Like, you can just brush off the like slightly uncomfortable ones, and obviously there's like levels to it, but like now I'm hearing people are even scared to even breathe in her direction. And I know there's some ladies in the back going like, yes, as he should be, but like, come on. Like, what do we expect? What like, we need to find some middle ground here, because it's getting impossible out here. And like, where do we go from here? What do we expect them to do? Hello, can we have a meeting, please? Like, I was in...
Yeah, well, she stopped, guys, to think for 30 seconds what's the average male experience, and now she's rubbing her eyes, you know, grabbing her head. I don't know, what are we gonna do? Yeah, I've been asking the same thing, madam, for so many years. Like, what's gonna happen with the dating, given how bad women are? But what's happening with dating, guys, is that men are dipping out, men are walking away, they're no longer interested in this whole travesty that is dating, and women are starting to panic. But with that being said, guys, let's move on to something quite unpleasant. I'm actually sorry about this one, guys, but I want to make a point, alright? So let's hear it.
I'm gonna be a bitch for a sec. I work full-time, I go to school full-time, I show up for my mom, I show up for my 3 best friends, I show up for my sister who's in prison, mind you. My brother passed away last year, my brother and my dog in the same week. I got a puppy February of this year, went through a major abdominal surgery February of this year. I'm on hormone therapy. Throughout all of that, I've maintained a 4.0, I'm a part of an honor society, I got a degree, I'm getting another degree, and guess what I have? A boyfriend that I still show up for, that I still make feel special. Okay? So your man has no fucking excuse. There are women who are doing everything that I'm fucking doing and that are mothers on top of it and still show up for their fucking husbands. Men have no excuse why they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Everybody has a fucking job. You don't get to use that as an excuse why you don't show up for people. Get it together. Learn how to emotionally regulate yourself and be a fucking man. Sack up. Because women out here got some big fucking balls. Big ones. They're getting a little larger than yours.
Oh, you wanna compare, bitch? You're not winning the winner competition, alright? Little 304 over here, guys. But anyway, can you actually imagine like going back from work and you have this to deal with? Absolutely horrendous. You probably found it hard to go through. It's 1 minute of a TikTok, and you probably found it hard. My fucking hell. I swear this fucking Windows just waits for me to start recording. I can spend 8 hours watching furry corn and it won't show up. But I start recording and in the 5th minute it fucking shows up. You fucking Windows bullshit. No, I don't want to fucking update, you fucking whore. But anyway, yeah, this woman is annoying just like the rest of them. Just like all of them are, guys. But, you know, with that being said, let's move on to our last one, guys. That is a little less annoying.
Years old. I'm 41 years old. I have no filter on. I have no makeup on. This is my real skin. And you want to know the real secret to looking this young? No kids. Stay tuned for more tips and tricks.
Well, isn't this the epitome of... Oh, actually, you couldn't see her face very well because these women record at different angles all the time. But there you have, guys, the God-worshipped angelical face that she's referencing at 40 years old. And this is just the epitome of the superficial society that we live in, right? This is just the fruits of it, where the biggest aspiration for this woman is having a younger skin at 40. How, like, meaningless is that? Like, first off, nobody cares. Nobody asks, nobody cares. There's not a single human on this world that cares about your skin other than you. And it's just very sad. It's very pathetic also. Like, it's borderline, my eyes are teary because of just how pathetic you are. So, you'll grow just like any other person. The youngest looking person on Earth has also aged and is currently dead. Same will happen with you. That's the fate that awaits you. You will die. And then nobody will remember how your skin looked. I mean, nobody cares even now, right? Like, even now, nobody cares. But when you age and you become wrinkly, nobody will care again. When you die, nobody will care again. 50 years from when you die, nobody will care again. Probably 3 months after, nobody will even remember you. And you're just living this vain, superficial life of caring about your skin for some reason and how you look because you're an egomaniac. So sad. You could have had kids, you know. Now that's a legacy that will remember you. Someone will care about you. Yes, having kids will have led to maybe sleepless nights, maybe worries, maybe your hair growing wider. You know, you will have grown older, yes, but there will be people who love you regardless of how you look. Meanwhile, now, ain't nobody cares about how you look, and nobody will ever care about you in the slightest. And all these women, guys, are just all these women that show up on TikTok. Oh, I have no kids, and they start bragging. Oh, and I can sleep until 11 p.m. because I have no kids. And I went to a Rihanna concert because I have no kids, and I can sleep with all these strangers because I have no kids. It's all just a bunch of women shouting into a void. Nobody cares. They're just shouting so the echo of their voice makes them company because nobody loves them. It's so sad to see, and they'll just all perish and leave nothing behind. It's such an empty life. It's just smoke, you know? You see it in one moment, then boop, it's faded. You don't know where it went. It's the same with these ones. They're just smoke. They're nothing. And they try to quiet down, you know, the inner voice that is ringing the alarms by focusing on some minor superficial BS. But anyway, that's my analysis of how superficial society is, and you can see it everywhere. But now, guys, let's move on to the articles, as we have 2 lined up, and then maybe we'll have a small discussion. Alright. Male 22, first Cougar encounter was surprisingly direct. So I don't know if this is referencing a date, or maybe he went to the zoo, but we'll find out. I, 22 male, work as a valet at a steakhouse. I don't even know what a valet is. About a month ago, a very attractive older woman, 40s, came up to me while waiting for her Uber and started chatting. Nothing crazy, just friendly vibes. Last week, she came back with a friend for drinks. When she got out of the Uber, she recognized me right away, smiled, and gave me a tight hug before heading inside. When she came back out to leave, she gave me another long hug and handed me her card with her name and number. Her card. She told me to call her if I ever wanted to hang out. I texted her the next morning, and she seemed genuinely excited that I reached out. We talked for a bit, and I asked if she wanted to grab drinks next week. She said yes. What are some do's and don'ts I should keep in mind going into this? Well, what you should be keeping in mind is that you're just a toy for her and nothing will ever come out of this. But congratulations on bagging a cougar. But who walks around having a card? Honestly, guys. Alright, let's move on to this other one. Unpopular opinion. Most men are totally okay with waiting to have S3X, but they are scared of being friend-zoned, so they feel pressured to make moves on dates. I have a theory that a lot of women, including myself, feel pressured to drive things in an S3X direction while dating, or else we'll wake up to a "I think you're a great guy, but I'm just not feeling it" text message. Gentlemen, absolutely true. The women complain about men being overly S3X, but the truth is, if you take things slow, she'll put you in the "he's just a friend" category. Like, she'll lose interest. Absolutely. Like, when I'm going out on a second date, I'm thinking I better kiss her goodbye by the end of this date, or else we'll be entering friend zone territory. Nothing is more anxiety-inducing than being in the middle of a third date without having packed yet. It's not so much that I'm some weird horn dog. It's more so I feel like I have to make moves, or else her interest will plummet over time. Thoughts? Let's read another comment with 400 likes. This is absolutely true for me. I'm not really all that motivated by S3X, but my consistent experience, contrary to what many women claim, is that if things don't get S3X very soon, her interest in me will drop off a cliff. Guys, it's so true, damn it. So take a look at this. Consistent experience. This is not this is the most liked comment. In fact, I've never seen a comment getting so many likes, because this just shows that this is the experience of many, many men. Contrary to what many women claim. Well, color me fucking shocked, guys. Yet another thing that is contrary to what women usually say. Fucking color me shocked. It's like everything in this life, guys, is contrary to what women claim. Right? It's everything they say and believe is actually the opposite of reality. So there you go with one more thing. They'll constantly crap on guys for being S3X, but then if you don't make a move by the second date, they'll think that you are gay or just a friend or something. So there you go. But guys, as the episode is quite short, let's have a discussion. I've been delaying this for some time because I've been tired, guys. I don't know if you can relate, where you have one of those days where you don't want to wake up because everybody sucks and everything is fucked. No, I'm kidding. It's one of those days, guys, we just don't want to, put mental energy into things, and you just want to chill, you want to go grab some 304s, right? You just don't want to put that much effort into anything. So that's that. But look, the episode is short. I'm going to be forced into it, guys. So I wanted to share you my experience regarding the red pill rage. In fact, I recently received a comment by a viewer. I know that a lot of you have, if not all, have gone through this or are currently going through this or will in the future go through this. So I wanted to speak about this from my experience. Now, each time I speak about my experience, I feel like a narcissist. But guys, I'm not a narcissist, alright? I'm not full of myself. It's just being omnipotent is not one of my mommy powers. And because I don't know your life, I cannot talk about it, right? I don't know any other lives. I don't live multiple lives, so I can only talk about mine. But I'm sure this will resonate with all of you. Now, I've been on the red pill rage for even before starting this channel. I would say like 5 years, guys. I've been going down the path of the red pill rage. As you can very much see on the channel by how I lose my crap in like every video. And, I feel resentment, I feel anger, I feel frustration. And 5 years is quite a long period. Most men I've noticed don't take that long. In fact, take way less to go through the red pill rage. But, guys, recently I'm starting to notice that it's about to end. All right, the red pill rage for me is about to end. It's not over yet. I'm still feeling these emotions. But I can see myself caring less and less each day. I'm feeling better about myself lately. I'm not feeling these negative emotions. I just simply focus on other things and care less about women with each passing day. And I can see the light at the end of the tunnel, guys. And I'm really happy, because the red pill rage, it helps you down this path. But at the end of the day, you don't want to stew in it, right? You don't want to stay in it forever. Because if you are angry at women and resentful, that just means you care. And as we all know, guys, caring about women is a pointless pursuit. If I have to be honest, you know? So again, it's good. I feel no shame at all, like nothing at all, that it took me 5 years, maybe 6 years until I finally stopped caring. I don't feel shame at all. It's my path. In fact, I'm proud of it. If I've gone overboard with my emotions or with blaming women or with maybe being too extreme, I don't care at all. You know, it's been my experience. This is my lived experience, guys. And so, don't let... First thing to mention, don't let anyone shame you for the red pill rage or for how long it takes you to go through it. All right, along these years, many of people have told me, oh, Hidan, you're too cynical. You know, you're too extreme on your beliefs. Women aren't that bad, yada, yada, yada. Don't let anyone tell you that BS. Or, I mean, they can share their experience, right? But if they want to tell you that you're wrong for feeling bad, no, I'm not wrong. You know why? Because fucking whole of humanity has had a reasonably normal population of women to deal with. I mean, let's be honest, guys. Women have never been reasonable, right? But in the past, at least it was manageable. All right, women offered way more and had way less baggage, so it was like you can handle it, right? But nowadays it's like, dude, we're living in the worst time there has ever been. Not even close to, like, there's not even a comparison that you can bring up of how terrible women are nowadays. It feels like a dystopia, really. So you are in your goddamn given right to blame them and complain about it and whine and feel resentment and anger, right? Because probably 5 girlfriends cheated on you and dumped your ass, or maybe your wife left you for no reason and stole your kids, all right? And you should absolutely feel bad about that. I mean, why shouldn't you? Shouldn't you care at all about your own life and like the number one reason why you will be happy, which is kids and a wife, and those two things can disappear, right? They can backstab you. And people out here telling you that you should not feel bad. Give me a break, damn it. So that's that, number one, right? I feel no shame at all. It took me however long it took me. Nothing bad. I mean, especially for me, right? I'm immortal, 5 years. A mere day, guys, couldn't care less. But even if you're mortal, 5 years, hey, even if it takes 10 years, right? Go down your very path. Every person is different. But just, you know, the quicker the better. Is what I'm meaning to say. If it takes you a year, it's better than if it takes you 2 years. Because it's, you know, the red pill rage is time in which you're growing. But it can also halt you if you overextend it. Now, I'm not meaning to say that 2 years or 5 years or 3 years is overextending it, as again, every person is different, has different time. But the thing is, while you are in the red pill rage, you should be actively trying to get out of it. And the way you get out of it is by just not caring about women anymore. When you don't care and you don't take women seriously anymore, that's when you know you're out of it, right? So that's what you should be trying to do. And it took me a very long time, guys, because first off, I'm on the emotional side of men. I'm no gay, guys, but I'm a bit emotional. I mean, maybe that's a bit gay, but not a lot, right? And number two, because I used to be, guys, the most optimistic person in regards to women that I've ever known. I've never known someone who loved, cherished, appreciated. I was amazed by women. You know, when I was younger, guys, I was like, wow, women are so beautiful. They are so pure. They are so, you know, I just love the dynamics and how they are different to men, you know. In fact, when I was like 7 or around that age, I actually wanted to be a woman. I was like, no, damn it, I wanted to be born a woman. Which is maybe why currently I have some transgender tendencies, you know. But that's beside the point. The point is, I used to be so optimistic with women, and I used to love them so much. And I just was infatuated with their nature, with trying to understand them, with how just amazing they are. You know, God's creation over here. But then, you know, I grew up, I developed a brain, guys, I stopped being an animal. And that's when I started to notice that, wait a minute, women are quite terrible. Actually, when you get to know them, my unquenchable thirst for understanding female nature led me to understand female nature, which led me to hating the corrupted female nature, which sadly is the side of women you get to see mostly nowadays, right? Nothing wrong with female nature. We're all sinners, guys. We all have our things. But the truth is, when it comes to women, you'll mostly see the bad aspect of them. I mean, when it comes to men, you'll also mostly see the bad aspect of them, all right? I've said this, people in general tend to fall for evil way more often than they fall for something good. So it's with men it's the same, but with women it's taken to a whole another level. Again, this society, this culture that promotes women being terrible, just bad people overall. So there's that. I got to know them, and I started disliking a lot of their behaviors, a lot of their decisions. And as I grew older, guys, I became this cynical asshole. Just with each passing day, I was getting more and more cynical. And that's why I became so emotional about it, because I used to be like the Luke Skywalker, guys, of women, the optimist, and I became Palpatine. I just became this cynical, wrinkly asshole that hates women. And so it was a letdown. Women were let down in every day in my life, not only in my experience, right? In case someone says, Hidan, who hurt you? Guys, society hurt me. All right? Society hurt me. It's not just my personal experience. It's seeing family members, it's seeing friends, it's seeing statistics, it's seeing dating. It's seeing the overall trends, right? When the bad thing came around, guys, just how moronic women can be. A lot of things, right? So all of this to say, it's absolutely natural, and it's part of the process. But when you get out of it, you'll feel even better. Now, the red pill rage makes you feel better than being a blue pill moron. And here's why. The red pill rage, the red pill, guys, is a pill that is hard to swallow. You know what else is hard to swallow, Hidan? Guys, no winner jokes now, please. We're having a serious debate. But you could say that the red pill is, difficult to take in, hard to swallow. It may take some time to enter fully into your mind. Please be gentle, it's my first time. No, but it's a hard pill to swallow, and it hurts. It hurts sounds gay too, but geez, no gay jokes, guys. It really hurts. The red pill hurts, right? Because you get out of the matrix, but it heals you, right? It opens your eyes. While the blue pill, is covered in sugar, right? The blue pill is, you'll find a wife. Women aren't so bad after all. You should trust her more, bro. Everything will work out fine. It's just this whole mumbo jumbo Disney stuff, which sounds good, right? It's coated in sugar, but the blue pill, guys, is a poison. It doesn't hurt as much as the red pill, or not as extremely and strongly and immediately, but it's a slow poison that will turn you into a waste of a man. You will waste your life, you will waste your chances, you will get trashed by women over and over because you don't open your eyes to the reality. So there's that. The red pill will hurt more in the beginning, but as you get used to it, you'll start liking it more and more. Just like getting pegged, by the way, guys. I'm kidding. But there's that. I don't even remember why I'm saying that. There's so many gay jokes, guys. I'm losing focus. But you take the red pill, and with time you become I was saying all of this because the red pill, even though it may hurt, it will hurt you less than not taking it. It will hurt you less than staying naive your whole life. But once you go through the red pill rage, you'll feel even better than during the red pill rage. And I'm starting to see how that feels like, because again, guys, I've spent 5 years just absolutely stewing in anger, stewing in disappointment, you know, in resentment. And I think what triggers me the most is the fact that you get no assistance from most women at all. Like, if you want to be a good guy, if you don't want to participate in this whole hookup culture, if you don't want to be immoral, if you don't want to play women and use them for their bodies, women will actively punish you. Like, they will not be your ally. You want to love women, you want to respect women, and they will actively punish you for it. And even though they punish you, you'll be like, I don't care that you're punishing me. I still want to be a good man. I still want to live by these values that I have. And women, you'll see them in the meanwhile, while you're going up this path that is really hard and steep and everything is difficult, but you're sticking to your morals. You'll see women, guys, just flocking towards the guys that have 88 tattoos, beat their mothers, and are felons, and just want to use them because they're a sex toy, right? And you'll see these men getting rewarded, and it's just, that's what triggers me the most. Like, I'm out here trying to live this hard life, and I'm doing it in partly, you know, for women, because I actually respect them and value them, and I don't want to treat them like dolls. And you'll see them going against you. You'll see them rewarding the guys that are also part of the problem. So there's that. And your reasons may be different. There's a lot of reasons how this path is harder. But guys, it's the path to freedom. I'm very much of the belief of this. What you're not in control of controls you. So you're a slave to it, you know. And that's why I don't like this life of having a lot of women. I know for a lot of people that's viewed as successful. I think having a lot of women just means you're a slave to them. You are having sex with one of the trashiest people you will ever meet. Like, these women, guys, that give it away to chads are really trash individuals with no worth and no self-value. This is why they sleep with them on, like, the first date. And sleeping with them, right? Sleeping with a lot of women like this is not a brag. I've never considered a brag. It's not an achievement, you know? So I've never found value in that life. I think there's way more value in a man who sticks to his principles, you know? And walks a life with less instant gratification, less... you know, fleshly rewards. I don't know how to call them. Earthly rewards, maybe. You know, like the superficial instant gratification rewards. But you stay true to who you are. I think that it's a masculine trait to love women. You know, I think that just using them for their bodies is not masculine. I think that it's a masculine trait to control your lust. I think it's masculine to... be polite, be good-hearted, and women don't respect that. Women don't value that, right? But what, honestly, guys, put on a table, what do you prefer? To appease women, to appeal to women, or to appeal to your masculinity and to what being a man is, and to your values and principles? I mean, I'll take that any day of the week, right? So there's that. I've just been stewing in this anger, and it's got progressively worse. You know, as time went on, as I understood women more, dating got worse also in this meanwhile. Dating gets worse, like, by the day. So it just gets progressively darker. I was feeling angry by the day. I was starting to lose it, guys. I really was. Especially watching so many TikToks for the channel. Like, I was feeling miserable for, you know, a lot of days, just... seeing the women that I talk about on the channel, seeing them in real life, it was just so draining. I was getting really tired of it. And yeah, I actually felt quite miserable for a long time. But now, you know, maybe a couple months now, I'm starting to care less and less. I'm feeling better, and I'm so happy that this whole thing is ending. You know, we had the zenith of just absolutely misery and degeneracy right before I could see the light at the end of the tunnel, you know? But at the end of the day, I don't care what these women think. I don't care what they value. And that's how you know you're starting to heal from the red pill rage, guys. You know, when you say, Why do I even care what these people are doing? Yes, they're not rewarding good behavior. Yes, they are ruining society. But, you know, you gotta accept it. It's not a good thing that they're ruining society, but you gotta accept it. Like, what are you gonna do about it? It will make you feel bad naturally. It will, you know, make you disappointed. But what do you actually achieve by complaining about it? Nothing. And I have nothing against complaining, guys. I do it every day for like 7 hours a day. But you know, when we're talking about self-growth in your life as a human, whining is not something that gets you far. All right, and I'll mention some examples from the Bible here, because if you take a look at the most successful characters in the Bible, none of them are whiners. All right, there was this one guy who was a whiner. What was his name? Geez, the one that got into the stomach of a whale fish. Jonah? Was it Jonah? I may be forgetting, but you know who I'm talking about, right? He was a whiner. I'm probably him. If I was a character from the Bible, I'd be him. But he didn't get far, right? He didn't get very far. And the Bible doesn't speak very good about him. On the contrary, you have probably what is, for me, the biggest example of someone who didn't whine, Joseph. Maybe Moses too, right? But both of them had incredibly hard lives. Both of them were either taken out forcefully or willingly, left a life of joy and fulfillment and comfortability in order to chase a life with very, very many difficulties. So let's focus on Joseph, for example. If I was Joseph, guys, I will just be whining all day. Oh, my brothers, you know, fucking SOBs, they backstab me. I will be like whining about them for the rest of my days. And then you're a slave in this country. Nobody likes you. You're like the lowest echelon of power. Nobody cares about you. You have this miserable job. I will be whining all day, guys. What was it, Potiphar? His master? If his master wife came to me wanting SPX, I'm gonna be honest, guys, I will smash. Alright? I will feel owed to smash. You know, I don't deserve this fate that I've gotten. I'm a good person, yet life is punishing me. And now if I'm being given an opportunity to have instant gratification, I'm gonna take it because I fucking deserve it. I fucking deserve it. And I will have smashed Potiphar's wife, guys, not gonna lie. But there you see, right, why Joseph is a hero. Because he went through all this hardship, all these hard things. And he was always focused on God's plan and on his morals and values. That was his first priority. You know, and something you notice very interestingly, when Potiphar's wife wanted to sleep with Joseph, Joseph didn't say, I cannot do this to my master. He first said, I cannot do this to God, which is very interesting. Because, of course, you cannot do it to the both of them, but it just showcases how close of a relationship Joseph had with God, where it's the first thing he thinks of. Joseph was so in touch with his morals and principles and his duty in life that it never left his head. That thought never left his head, and this is why he took all the right decisions. So there you have Joseph. He went through all of these guys, not whining, not complaining. And you know how the story ends, right? He became second to the Pharaoh. And I believe, guys, me and all of you, that's the life that awaits us if we make the right choices. If we don't go down the path of instant gratification, if we, you know, take the steeper, harder path towards success, it doesn't come instantly. Most of the path you will be suffering, but you will end up in a way, way better place than you can even imagine. And just imagine, guys, if Joseph had made just that one mistake to sleep with Potiphar's wife. Just imagine that one thing will have did a total 180 on his life. For 30 minutes of pleasure with this woman, he could have been taken to jail. He could have been unalived in jail. He will have absolutely not became second to the Pharaoh. He ended up married right afterwards. He will have never married this woman, never had kids with her, never had a lineage. All of it, just every good thing that Joseph accomplished will have been ruined if he made that one mistake with this woman. if he cheated, right? But he didn't. So it just goes to show you how meaningful, guys, each and every decision you take is. So I'm feeling very optimistic, whether you want to believe it or not. I know that my life will change for better. I don't even include a woman in it. I don't know if I'll be able to find a good woman or not. But that's the thing, guys. I don't care. I'm going to find my purpose in life, whether I'm accompanied by a woman or not. I'm optimistic about it. I'll follow my morals. I don't care if women reward me for it or punish me for it. I've stopped caring about them almost totally. I don't care what they do. If they choose to reward the guys who use them, do so, right? Congratulations on you. I know that the whole society is going to crumble with us in it, right? That's the bad thing, that we are affected by it. But that's the thing, guys. We're not going to solve it by whining. If we're going to solve anything, or whether we solve it or not, doesn't matter. We'll just go down our path, guys. We'll go down our path, and that will be the best option, you know? And again, I'll maybe finish on this thought, guys. This whole monologue is a bit over the place because I couldn't pre-plan it and I didn't know I was going to do it, but I hope it makes sense, right? And please leave me your opinions down below, as I'm sure you'll have experiences with this. But I'll finish again another example, guys, the life of Jesus, because I want to talk about being optimistic, right? Because at the end of the day, you don't want to be naively optimistic, like the blue pill guys, right? Oh, just everything will work out fine, yippee-yay. You don't want to be that. But taking a look at the life of Jesus, he is the perfect balance. Now, Jesus was at all times optimistic, and you know, he always wore a smile on his face, even though he wasn't feeling good all the time. And he's the perfect example, because Jesus wasn't stupid, right? Jesus had a absolutely perfect understanding of how bad society is, how ungodly people are, how everything is corrupt, how the church of his time was corrupt with the Pharisees and all that. He had a perfect understanding of how rotten everything is. Yet you didn't see him whine all the time, right? In fact, none at all. Jesus wasn't a whiner. He just followed his duty with a smile on his face. And that's the perfect balance that you should be looking for. You don't want to negate or neglect the you know, everything is fucked at the end of the day. You don't want to be a moron that just lives in his fairy tale life world. But you also don't want to stew in negative feelings a lot of time. Now, again, I think that it's natural. I think that it happens. And I think that it can be good and you can use it for good. But you don't want it to extend any more longer than it needs to, right? You want to heal from it. You want to look at society burning down and still have a positive attitude about it, right? So we'll end it right there, guys. Again, sorry that this was so over the place. I was thinking about doing this monologue on the channel, and I had it better pre-planned in my brain, but, you know, wasn't prepared, guys. You caught me off guard. But I hope it makes sense, and I'm sure that all of you, again, have either walked through this already, and, you know, listening to me, you can recall how you reached similar conclusions, or maybe you're now going through it, and I'm not here to tell you that you should not be part of the red pill rage. Again, it took me 5 years. It will probably take you less, right? So I'm not here to rush anyone or to tell you that, you know, I don't want to be part of the group who tells you that, oh, it's a bad thing to be going through it. No, it's a good thing. Go through it. And you'll probably reach the same conclusions as I did. You'll probably feel bad for a couple of years just because of how resentful you are, how, you know, the understanding that everything was a lie. But eventually, guys, if you have a good attitude about it, a good mindset, you'll reach this point where you no longer care, and now you can focus on other things, right? Because you don't want to spend your whole life caring about women and about what they do. But guys, thank you for watching. We'll cut it at 40 minutes. One for every century in my life. Or is it decade? think it's decade, right? 10 multiplied by 40. No, it's 100. I don't know, guys. Don't have the brain for this. It's simple math. Don't have. You come up with the answer. But now, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.